Number 30, Yusuf Nurkic. Starting at power forward, 6 feet 10 inches, number 20, Jaren Jackson Jr. Starting at the other guard, at 6 foot 3 inches, number 3, Deontay George. The other forward position, at 7 foot 0 inches, number 23, Lauri Markkanen. Your head coach is Will Hardy. Your Utah Jazz.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The wings for him, Sharp and Avdia. On the block, you'll see Kamara and Klingon. And it's Holiday in at the 1 spot. And for Utah, George out there with Bailey. Then it's Lauri Markkanen. Then it's Jaren Jackson. And it's Nurkic in at the center position. DB, when you look at these two teams, some very interesting talent on each roster.
You are so right, Kevin. Very young talent, but they certainly look like they are on track to be the future of our league. And I'll tell you what, they're still pretty fun to watch in real time.
Now, here's Avdia. And Drew Holiday. The bucket on the assist by Avdia.
Just incredible focus from the veteran guard. Drew Holiday, no stranger to scoring against a big-time contest.
Now, here is George. And here's Nurkic. Shot clock at 5. Outside Jackson. Utah needs to get off a shot here. And here's George for 3. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. The Blazers on offense. To the inside. Here's Kamara. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic. Portland shooting their first free throw. First trip to the line in this one.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
And the first one drops. Hey, Greg, after 2 seasons in Milwaukee, how about Damian Lillard going back to the Blazers roster even as he works his way back from the Achilles?
And in the meantime, he gets to watch this relatively young group compete. Their activity and defensive edge should pair nicely with his offensive brilliance next season.
Well, we know the Jazz have been up front. Before you can rebuild, Doris, you've got to tear down. And that's what they've done.
And Kevin, that requires extraordinary patience. You have to be willing to trade away veterans who can contribute to winning. And you have to be willing to prolong the process in order to get max returns. But be under no illusions. Losing is hard on everyone.
Avdia can't hit.
Boy, that is tough defense. Exactly how you want to play him.
Pass to Nurkic. Back to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
And anytime Jackson gets near the rim, it's pretty much a done deal.
Sharp with it. And we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game. Avdia to the middle. Here's Klingon. And it's Klingon with the jam.
Boy, what a sweet pass. That one on time and on target.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Holiday against George. Pass to Jackson. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Last time they met was in Portland this season.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good in that one.
Well, give them some credit for taking advantage of a weak defense and capitalizing on every mistake.
So it's Utah now. They trail by 6. They come in fresh off the win against the Heat.
Yeah, and in that game, you see how they built out this roster, acquiring role players who can step up when needed.
And that's exactly what happened. Guys came off the bench ready to play. The offense didn't miss a beat.
And here's Holiday after the three-pointer from Lauri Markkanen. Lets it go from 14. And again, it's Portland converting.
What a great start. They've only missed one thus far.
George passes to Nurkic. The Jazz working the ball around now. It's deflected. Quinlan with the steal. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Avdia with it. Bailey picks him up. Holiday against Markkanen. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Because of his frame, Drew Holiday can be a terror on the interior. Boy, you can't avoid the contact there.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. First free throw is good.
One of the things you admire most is Drew Holiday's versatility, his toughness, the overall impact. This is the kind of guy you win championships with.
He hits both from the stripe. And maybe more than any team in the West, GA, the Jazz, really committing to the rebuild.
Well, in the West, it seems like you got 13 or 14 teams all trying to win now, and it just doesn't work that way. So it's not just about talent, it's also about timing.
And Utah turns it over again. Here is the list of players with the most boards in the league this month. The NBA's leading rebounders. Donovan Clingan on top.
He must be spending a lot of time in the weight room because he's shown such strength under the basket.
Holiday surveying the floor. Here's Sharp. Oh, and the jam by Sharp.
Out of this world. Sharp is so quick into the air, and then he just hangs forever. Able to do things most others can't.
Just a terrific perspective of that dunk from the Connected Cam, brought to you by AT&T. Here's George after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Here's Bailey. And Clingan pulls it down. And here's Portland. They're on a 14-5 run here. It's stolen by Bailey. And here comes the break. And here they go. Jumps up and finished off by Nurkic.
That's just about size right there. Big Nurk, get up and get down.
Here's Holiday. He had 13 points in the win against Philadelphia.
And the other thing, guys, he really got after it on the backboards. What a complete game for this guy.
And now that we are well past the halfway point of the season, TB, what are you most looking forward to?
I think, Kevin, this is the first time of the year where you start to consider, well, I'll tell you, the playoff positioning is starting to take shape. The potential first-round matchups become intriguing. I can't wait to see how things end up.
And he's good on the first of 3.
Well, we all know this guy is a legitimate two-way threat. Drew Holiday gifted as a defender and solid on the offensive end.
He doesn't get the second one. And he nails the third.
Man, they are just living at the line.
Jazz trail by 9. Outside Jackson. Pass to Markkanen. Jacks up a 3. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got his 4th rebound in this one. Now Kamara. He picked up 30 points in their last win against Philadelphia.
And he was aggressive in how he played on the defensive side of the floor, notching 3 steals on the game.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Pass to Nurkic. Here's Bailey. 6 on the shot clock. Jackson dishes to George. The 3. Portland grabs the miss. Klingon's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Now, here's Sean. He's got 7. Klingon the screen for Holiday. Oh, good with the triple.
Bad defense, bad shot. Neither working on that play.
Markkanen passes to Bailey. High post, Jackson. And here's George. Still yet to score. Jackson finds George. Good D by Holiday. Portland leading by 12. Up top, Sharp. And then Sharp with the dunk.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
I had a chance to catch up with Will Hardy. He told me that they've got one of the league's best lockdown defenders in Drew Holiday, so it won't be easy for us tonight. Coach went on to say that against top-tier individual defender like Holiday, the most important thing is spreading things around and having a diverse attack. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks.
This is about first setting a tremendously good screen by Nurk, then getting off the screen and converting and pick and roll. So good.
Now, here's Sean. 9 points in the game so far. And the Jazz pushing it up now. A floater, and Jackson finishes inside.
And he is a huge presence inside at both ends. Jackson's a great asset to have in the post.
Trailblazers leading by 10. It's Klingon, top of the key. Back to Sharp. Here's Holiday. Rebounded by the Jazz. You know, Greg, in recent seasons, Lauri Markkanen has taken on a leadership role.
And Markkanen has been the featured player on some very young teams, and he's really embraced that role, proving to be a positive influence both on and off the court.
Just 4 to shoot. Here's Bailey. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Here's Kamara. And he banks in the layup.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for your Utah Dancers.
scoring with the new group.
Utah Dancers.
Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. You look at Portland, winding things down this season. They're in that all-important 9th position within striking distance of a playoff spot. And, of course, Utah, and they're down 4 spots from them. Here's Collier. He's coming off a 13-point game against Miami. Outside Jackson. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Trailblazers leading by 12. Here's Henderson. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
A little like Donovan Mitchell there. Henderson makes some really tough shots in traffic.
Utah has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Jackson with the screen. Driving inside. Shoots over Grant. Jackson misses. And Love's got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. Sissoko passes to Love. Here's Sissoko. He's guarded by Williams. Shot clock at 6. Here's Sissoko. Guarded by Jackson. They get it back, and the shot goes in. And the Trailblazers lead by 16.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Here's Collier. Unloads. And once again, off the mark by Utah. Grant kicks to Love.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Henderson with it. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Philadelphia.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off him.
Now here's Williams. Here's Collier. Off the mark, and the drop continues. Grant up top. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Philadelphia. Takes a step back. Here's Henderson. And he converts the layup. Henderson's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Jazz trail by 18. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Jackson, a screen on Henderson. Takes it inside. Got that one.
And that trip played out perfectly for them.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Jaren Jackson, and Georgia subbed in for Williams. Aiden Sharp's checked in for Portland. 1:02 left to play in the first. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Trailblazers.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
The international flavors has continued to boom in the NBA, and a big part of that moving forward, guys, is going to be Yang Hansen. He's going to be the driver of millions and millions of viewers abroad, and so for Portland, for the NBA, Yang Hansen's going to be a player to keep a very close eye on.
Crossing over the borders. Thanks so much for the report, Shams.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter. They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Utah with the ball. Here's Sensabaugh. Last time, 14 points for him. Shoots the three. The shot misses. And so it's Jaden Sharp making highlights for Portland. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And the Trailblazers have really been rolling, haven't they?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
Here are the five Portland has to start the second quarter. Henderson and Sharp are the guards. Then there's Grant, and it's Yang in at the five. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hey guys, every team in the league is looking for a long athletic wing defender, and the Portland Trailblazers have been especially keen on stockpiling them. As they look to acquire their future franchise players, they want a ready-made roster full of versatile 3-and-D role players to surround them. Kevin, back to you.
A good strategy. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. Here's Collier. Still scoreless. George looking around. 6 to shoot. Conchar on the wing. Over Grant. Conchar can't get it to go.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there's a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Now here's Henderson. Grant outside. Taken away. Here's Filipowski. He's covered by Grant. Outside, George. Here's Collier. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Collier's got his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Portland leading by 17. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Henderson passes to Sharp. From outside, off the mark. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the jam. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. That one good for 2.
And they keep hammering away at them inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Henderson. He has 6. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Sissoko. He has yet to score. A shot by Sharp. Nobody around. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Great at creating shots. Sharp did it there with that catch and shoot.
George passes to Filipowski. Here's Conchar. He's covered by Grant. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Wesley's checked in. Free throw good, Conchar. And Greg is a former point guard in this league. Give us your top floor generals of all time. The guys that could direct the floor and could control a game.
Wow. If we're talking traditional point guards, I got to go Magic, Isaiah, CP3's in that conversation, Jason Kidd. But I've got a separate list for that hybrid point guard, right? Which that includes guys like Steph and Iverson, West, and the great Oscar Robertson.
Markkanen, he's checked in for the Jazz. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Avdia's checked in. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Pass to Sharp. Misses the 3. Jazz trail by 14. Inside. Stolen by Grant. Outside, Avdia. And here's Sharp. George with the steal. Here's Collier. Kicks it out to Markkanen. And Utah turns it over again. And a moment to check out now what Utah has coming up. On Wednesday, they'll take on Domantas Sabonis and the Sacramento Kings. Then on Thursday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard and the Portland Trailblazers.
And that game against Houston, you know they want to come out and make a big statement in that one. It won't be easy, but anything can happen.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. And then Sharp with the jump.
And an exciting player coming into his own. We're seeing all of what Sharp has in this one.
Jazz have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Pass to Markkanen. Jackson a screen on Grant. Markkanen kicks to Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Outside for Jackson for the 3. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Jackson's got 7.
Quick thinking from Jackson. When he's rising and firing fast, you know he's in the zone.
Trailblazers leading by 13. We've known about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s defensive acumen, but GA much improved as a scorer as well.
Yeah, her range out beyond the arc and his handle, I think it's underrated. One of the top two-way bigs in our league.
Utah's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Back to George. Left side Jackson. And Utah again with the bucket.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yang, guarded by Jackson. Yang passes to Sharp. To the hoop, and he goes big with the dunk right over Jaren Jackson.
And good quickness there. Sharp, exciting to watch when he's in attack mode.
Jazz trail by 15. Pass to Collier. Jazz passing it around. George sets the screen for Jackson. On the wing, Williams. Clock at 6. Now Markkanen fires from deep. And shot off.
I'll tell you, his teammates are going to start to freeze this guy out if he keeps taking threes like this.
No good from Grant. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Jazz. They host the Kings after this game. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. There's the lob to Markkanen. Here's to Soko. Still without a basket. Pass to Sharp. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. That's on Jaren Jackson. And in the summer of 2022, Greg, the Utah Jazz traded away their franchise cornerstones, Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell.
And that signaled the beginning of their rebuild, but they've overachieved for a couple of seasons now that ended last year when they really bottomed out.
Jazz trail by 18. Down low. Nurkic in the post. Klingon covering. Nurkic the pass to Jackson. It falls for his 5th field goal tonight. Now shooting 5 for 8.
That's fantastic shot making this quarter after struggling a bit in the first.
For Portland, they've gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Now Sharp, 23 points in the game, and Jaren Jackson picks up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And the Jazz making a change here. Collier's checked in, and Portland with a change here too. Grant, he's checked in for Shaedon Sharp. On the wing, Holiday. Flinging the screen for Holiday. Nurkic with the steal. Pass to Collier. Back to Nurkic. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Nurkic has got 6.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Portland leading by 14. Outside Holiday. Avdia with a screen for Holiday. And the layup is good. 10 points for him.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
For Utah, they've gone 8 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Really flowing here. Here's Collier. Pass to Markkanen. Just 5 on the clock. Grant with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. Grant dishes to Avdia. Here's Klingon. Now here is Holiday. He's got 10. It's good. Holiday's got 4 points now in the quarter.
It's impossible to guard Drew Holiday when he gets this kind of position. His frame and his game is very much up to the task.
And Utah has possession. They trail by 18. Pass to Markkanen. And here's Jackson. He's covered by Grant. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Collier. Jackson has the open look. Again, the Jazz score.
Individually, he's trying to lift the team. You've got to love the effort, but thus far, not getting over the top.
Looking at Portland, they took a win in their last game against Philadelphia.
Well, you saw how dialed up they were from distance. The defense just couldn't get out to everyone.
And that explains their three-point percentage. They have more than a few players giving the defense absolute fits from range.
Yeah, the lead dwindling quickly here now as the turnovers have robbed them of their momentum.
Williams, he's checked in for the Jazz. Jazz trail by 16. Outside, Markkanen from outside the arc. Offensive rebound.
Nothing going his way. Boy, it feels like he's forcing it and to no avail.
Here's Klingon. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Sometimes the best option is to foul Klingon and take your chances sending him to the line.
It's his first trip to the line.
2 shots.
That one is off.
And simply put, Donovan Klingon is a winner. 2 national titles in 2 college seasons. He can really affect a game at that size.
He hits the second from the line. And Utah has possession. 17-point game. Pass to Markkanen. Outside Williams. Now Bailey. Defended by Avdia.
2 minutes remaining.
For 3, Williams. Avdia with the rebound. Trailblazers leading by 17. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And to this point on the season, guys, 80% from the line. He's done a really good job.
Boy, guys, when you think of Deni Avdia, great positional size, versatile on both ends of the floor, and he's unafraid of the big stage.
Now here's Williams. No scoring in this one. Jackson down low, working on Grant. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And, you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Jackson.
And you love how Jackson Jr. has responded to setbacks and injury in his career. He doesn't get discouraged, just makes him work harder.
Now here is Holiday. He's got 12. Klingon the screen for Holiday. There's the drive, and that one good. Holiday's got 14 points.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
1:14 left now here in the second. And here is Williams. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession. Trailblazers leading by 19 points. Avdia with it. 26 points for him last game against Philadelphia.
And don't forget the sensational plays he made out there. He saw the court so well, firing perfect passes to teammates for wide open shots.
Poked away, stolen by Avdia. Here's Klingon. And the rejection by Jackson. Here's Grant. Second shot opportunity. Utah with the rebound. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Holiday. Grant against Williams. Klingon. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Assisted by
He has 5.
Klingon knows how to use that size, both as a screener and a finisher.
Markkanen passes to Bailey. Here's Jackson. A dominating first half of basketball. So far, it hasn't been close. Portland out in front, just dominating this one. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
And looking at the Kings matchup, coin toss. In fact, I'm going to make a prediction. This game goes to the last shot.
Jetstradamus. We're going to have to keep a tally of the predictions by you two. And let's talk now about that first half. What a commanding start for the Portland Trail Blazers.
Who needs a multifaceted approach when you can dominate in the lane like this? It has been impressive.
My only piece of advice, don't stop.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Shaedon Sharpe really making a difference here.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
And so George will bring it up for the Jazz. Jaren Jackson is out there with Nurkic. Then it's Keontae George. Then there's Markkanen. And it's Bailey in at the 2. That's the group right now for Utah. Jackson a screen on Holiday. The shot by George, wide open. And the wing jumper offline. Trailblazers leading by 21. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thank you, Kevin. All defensive guard Drew Holiday talked about guarding some of the younger players coming into the league, and he said, the game has changed significantly. They morphed with it. They're quick, athletic, and they all play the game a lot differently than when I came into the league. Back to you.
It is a new day. Allie, we thank you very much.
Well, given Markkanen is 7 feet tall, feeding him on the interior is probably a good decision. That's a nice touch by the big man.
Now here is Holiday. Klingon was screen for Holiday. 3-pointer. Klingon with it. Jackson on him. 5 on the clock. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Holiday with the 3. Pass to Kamara. Outside Avdia. Now Kamara. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. The shot by Holiday, no good.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
Markkanen kicks to Jackson. Back to Markkanen. Holiday against George. Markkanen sets the pick for George. And Markkanen throws it down.
Markkanen finishes that with authority. Look out below.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Pass to Kamara. Now, here's Sharpe. Here's Klingon. He's guarded by Nurkic. Now, here's Sharpe. He's guarded closely. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Boy, yet another missed opportunity here. Whatever they've talked about at halftime, it's not working.
George against Holiday. Outside, George. Nurkic's screen on Holiday. Floats it up there for Nurkic. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
He doesn't have to go far to get above the rim. Gives Nurkic easy work.
Now Holiday, he's got 14. To stop the drought. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
He shot well from the line tonight, going 4 for 5.
And to this point on the season, guys, 80% from the line. He's done a really good job.
First one falls for him. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Jazz trail by 16. Outside Jackson. Pass to Nurkic. Here's Bailey. On the wing, Markkanen. Guarded by Holiday. Takes it from 10. Markkanen can't get it to go. Trailblazers leading by 16. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. There's a screen by Kamara. Markkanen against Holiday. It balls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
After an ugly 0 for 4 to start the half, they get one to fall.
Kicks it out to Markkanen. Pass to George. Markkanen sets the pick for George. From the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall. George has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And developing that 3-ball shot, George is putting in the work now.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them.
Attention fans, now on the court is your Ring Squad. Get loud, let 'em hear it. TC10!
Chance to take a look at some numbers for him. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for Portland. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Yep, that one goes in there. Holiday's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, Drew Holiday can either receive or initiate contact. He just is so tough.
So it's Utah now. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. George with the bounce pass. Pass to Markkanen. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 5 assists in the game. Trailblazers leading by 15. And here's Sharp. Klingon was screen for Sharp. To the paint. It's tipped. The kick out to Holiday. Three-pointer. That shot off.
He might be forcing things a little bit right now. Credit the defense for how they're playing him.
There's always a need for shot makers in the NBA, GA, and that's what Ace Bailey brings to the floor.
Bailey has a smooth jumper with a high release point that allows him to shoot over just about any defender. And when you pair that with his physical tools, his upside is through the roof.
Here's Kamara. After the basket by Yusuf Nurkic. Outside, Avdia. From 11 feet away. And again, it's Portland converting.
Well, the defense just concedes that mid-range, and Denny Avdia says, I'll have at it.
George against Holiday. High post, Jackson. He's got 16. Markkanen kicks to Jackson. Pass to Bailey. Lets it go with the 3. Hands it from downtown.
Well, you allow a shooter of his caliber to get that good a look and good night.
Now Kamara. Outside Holiday. There's a screen by Kamara. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Sharp's got 26.
And nice work on the perimeter. Defenses must respect Sharp's range.
Markkanen kicks to Jackson. Markkanen sets the pick for Jackson. Back to Markkanen. From deep. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Trailblazers leading by 12. And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy.
Please give a big round of applause for your dance team.
Here's a peek now at the 2K leaderboard. This year, these teams have made the most of their offensive rebounds. Number 1, the Trailblazers.
You know, they've been so aggressive on the offensive boards, and they're earning every one of those second chance buckets with that relentless effort.
Avdia up top. He has 5. Klingon the screen for Holiday. Pass to Klingon, and it's Klingon with the jam.
Assist goes
I tell you, not only does Klingon set sturdy screens, he knows how to make himself available for the pass.
Here's Collier. The trail by 14. It's by Markkanen. Here's Collier. Covered by Kamara. It's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession.
For Utah.
A split second late, but almost came up with the steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
And Utah making a change here. Filipowski's checked in. Markin in a screen on Holiday. From deep, George. Avdia with the rebound. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for Portland. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Pass to Kamare. Launches a three. Good on the triple. Kamare's got 7 points in the game.
Nice vision from the youngster. Sharp that time.
Jackson a screen on Sharp. Outside, George. Here's Collier. 6 to shoot. Jackson with the screen. Collier, that's good. He has 6.
I'll tell you, an underrated thing right there. How effective that screen was. It just creates a lane to the cup.
Trailblazers leading by 15. Outside Holiday. In the corner, Kamara with it. Here's Sharp. He's got 26. Here's Avdia. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Trailblazers lead by 17.
And this young man lives on the offensive glass. Tough to stop clinging when he's that close.
On the wing, Markkanen. Defended by Avdia. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Trailblazers have gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far. Just above 50%. Back to Holiday. To the inside. Oh, and he picks it off the glass. Wow. They get it again. Pass to Kamare. Here's Sharp. That 3 off the mark. Jazz trail by 15. Now, Filipowski. And he jams it with authority.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right, you can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan.
All right, let's move to the middle of the court. Come on and get loud for your Breakers Dance Crew.
Pass to Grant. And the dunk by Grant.
How about Jeremy Grant playing to his strength, uses that athleticism to finish that one with authority.
Jazz trail by 15. Here's Collier. He has 6. Now Concho. Shoots over Grant. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And for the Trailblazers, they're shooting 61% from the field, showing some marvelous touch out there. And there's a whistle that goes on John Concho. That is his first foul of the game. The Trailblazers making a switch here.
Number 27.
Krejci's checked in.
Beat Krejci.
There's a minute 34 left to play here in the third. Grant on the wing. Conjar covering. Just 5 to shoot. Fades. A shot that time, not on target. Utah's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Pass to Filipowski. Here's Sensabaugh. Utah moving it around. Here's the screen. His first shot coming late. The shot by Williams, no good. Trailblazers leading by 15. Krejci passes to Grant. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh.
Boy, I'd like to see him finish that play with more authority.
Pass to Collier. And he makes that one. Collier's got 8 points.
And how about the move he made there to come up and get himself clear in the lane for the deuce?
We've got 33 seconds left to play in the third. Now here's Henderson. 6 points for him. 19 seconds left in the third quarter. Off target from outside. Pass to Sensabaugh. 9 feet out. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. He has 6.
Oh, phenomenal work right there. There's times, boy, he can be tough to check.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We've got more in store for you right after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, Henderson and Sharp are the guards. Then there's Jeremy Grant, and it's Sissoko in at the 3 slot.
We'd heard the stories about Sharp and how impressive his vertical is. Now we see it on full display.
Jazz trail by 13. Here's Collier. Inside. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Henderson against George. Henderson passes to Sharp. Now here's Grant. And he drops it in from the low post. And the Trailblazers lead by 15.
Now, this guy is a high percentage shooter from this particular area. Because he can elevate off the floor, it's nice and efficient.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Henderson against George. Here's Sensabaugh. There's the pick. Ball stolen. And now Portland on the break. There's Henderson, and the shot goes in. Breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
Pass to Conchar. Connects from three-point range.
Well, you give him that much space, he's going to look like an elite shooter.
Henderson outside. Out left to the wing. Here's Sissoko. Down low. Shot clock at 6. To the middle. George against Henderson. Pass to Collier. Here's Sensabaugh. Off target from three-point range. Trailblazers leading by 14. Here's Grant, and he uses the glass on the layup. Grant's got 4 points now in the quarter.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And here's George. And Will Hardy is called timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for your Utah Jackson.
Checked in for Conchar, and it's Williams in for Collier. And Portland with a change here, too. Avdia's checked in. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Markkanen sets the pick for George. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
At the line for Utah.
And nice touch inside. George can finish from all three levels. Name a type of shot. Keontae George can hit it. More than capable of scoring at all three levels.
Avdia, the pass to Sharp. Over George. Utah with the rebound. Lepowski's got his fourth rebound in this one. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Master Williams, clock at 6. Markkanen in a screen on Avdia. Williams hits for 2. It's hauled in by Sissoko. Trailblazers leading by 13. Over in the corner, Avdia. Stolen by George. In transition, here come the Jazz. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play. Then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
And here are the Trailblazers now. After the basket by Utah. Sharp. Portland, no good that time either. Up top, Markkanen. Defended by Sharp. Sends the ball, no good. Trailblazers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Avdia, the pass to Sharp. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Sharp's got 30.
Boy, it hasn't mattered what the defense has tried. He has had every counter. What a great night.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz, trailing by 13. Outside, Markkanen. Pass to Williams. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Grant. Grant's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And finished off by Avdia.
Oh, Denny Avdia can get up there, folks, when he wants to.
Utah's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only 1 of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Now here's Williams. Pass to Sensabaugh. 6 to shoot. Back to Williams. Takes a 3. The Jazz with another miss. Trailblazers leading by 15. Grant the pass to Sissoko. Here's Sharp. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
George in the post. Defended by Sharp. Markkanen from outside. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got 3 assists now in this one. Pass to Sharp. Over George. And it's Sharp missing.
Oh, rising up from the mid-range, but doesn't exactly look confident about it.
Now, Avdia takes the 12-footer and hits. Avdia's got 4 points in the quarter.
What you love about Denny Avdia, this guy can score in a multitude of ways.
Jazz trail by 16. Pass to Markkanen. Here's Sensabaugh. Picked by Markkanen. Driving to the basket. Stormed by Avdia. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. There's the pick. Here's Sharp. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Keontae George picks one up.
How about that move by Sharp against the defense, getting them to put contact on him so he can draw the foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Sharp. And Sharp drops them both. GA, in recent seasons, we've seen the MVP debate get a little contentious.
I mean, every year there's about 3 or 4 guys who are deserving of the award. And the closer the race is, I think the more heated things tend to get. So especially since the criteria for the award is so subjective.
Very difficult to contest and cover a guy that's 7 feet skilled as Markkanen is. Defense makes every effort, but he just turns it into a foul call.
taking 3 shots.
And he hits the first of 3.
Obviously, we've seen Lowry Markkanen make a considerable leap. This guy goes from role player to all-star talent.
And he's good on the second.
And guys, Markkanen, there's no question about his offensive talent. His skill set is the perfect match for the way the game is played today.
And he can't make it. 3 for 3. Trailblazers leading by 16. Outside Holiday. There's the screen. Portland again missing. For Utah, they've gone 4-10 here in the final period. At the time to go cold. And it's Beasley that time, the assist by Markkanen.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
And so it's Holiday with it. They'll bring it up for Portland. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Up top, Klingon. He's guarded by Nurkic. Avdia up top. Pocket 4. From deep three-point land. Rebounded by the Jazz. On the wing, Markkanen. Defended by Avdia. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Sharp. That's good.
Spacing the floor. That's his 3rd triple of the game and his 2nd in this half.
Holiday against George. And George got the stuff.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt here.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his groove.
Here's Sharp after the basket by Utah. Here's Holiday. Sharp with it. Bailey pulls it down. Now George. Now Markkanen. On the wing, Jackson. Defended by Sharp. Nurkic in the post. Klingon with the block.
Intimidation at the defensive end. That's something Klingon can provide right away, while the rest of his game is a bit of a work in progress.
Now, here's Sharp. Now Holiday. He gets it to go.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
He drills the 3.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Trailblazers leading by 14. A minute 42 left in the 4th quarter. Here's Sharp. Outside Holiday. Beyond the arc. The putback. Oh, sticks the putback.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Trailblazers.
Their inside game was what secured them to win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27. That one goes! Down it!
Great dish from Nurkic there. He really has a sixth sense for those reads.
Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Here's Holiday. Now Sharp. There's a screen by Kamara. 4 on the shot clock. Off the glass.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Now here's Jackson. Nurkic setting the pick for Markkanen. The 3 is off. And the Trailblazers with possession here. 16-point lead. Here's Kamara. Holiday outside. Takes the 3. And it's off. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure did. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doorsburg, Greg Anthony, and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in tonight. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Shaedon Sharpe.